Yesterday, we were talking about Hichilema having attended the inauguration of Suluhu in Tanzania. And remember yesterday what I said, family, that I was so disappointed in President Hichilema. And I also said that I don't know what kind of pressure this man is under that caused him to go against his own principles. And boom, today we are talking about the secret why Hichilema attended this Suluhu inauguration and what Joseph Kalimbwe said. Remember, Joseph Kalimbwe is one of the youth leaders of President Hichilema's party and a staunch supporter of Hichilema. But he also expressed his dissatisfaction on his own boss, and he did not hide it. He said it categorically clear. And it's very funny that this happened this way. But I'm telling you, when Joseph Kalimbwe spoke the way he did, I respected him. And Damu respect Joseph Kalimbwe because these are the people, the leaders we want. You don't just keep supporting your leader just because like you are supporting a football team, right? You need to be objective. Kana leader arasika, anotauriwanza chef marasika, mkuru apa marasika, right? Nga umongabele lahlekile kumbe ku-organization or ku-party kumele atshelwe ukuthi hayi madoda uJoseph Kalimbwe akazange afihle ukuthi akathabanga ngendaba kaHichilema uku-attenda kwakhe inauguration le. Let me just show you ukuthi uJoseph Kalimbwe uthende ukuthathise ukuthi Joseph Kalimbwe athi chi about his own boss. Very, very interesting, right? This is Joseph Kalimbwe. He says the president's thing in Africa is very nice. Those who have had the fortunes to be presidents guide us. One moment we are together talking about a better tomorrow. Next, comrades sit on the same table with those who kill their own people to maintain power. Powerful words here. Powerful words by Joseph Kalimbwe here. Indeed, this is what he's saying. That, okay, when we are fighting for change, we'll be talking the same language. We'll be castigating those that are oppressing their people, killing their people, arresting their people. And then we come into power, we have forgotten. And all of a sudden, we are again joining the league of those that are oppressing their own. So this is what Joseph Kalimbwe had to say concerning his boss. So quite very interesting how things are unfolding. But, many people really expressed their, displeasure over this issue of why President Hichilema, who happened to be a symbol of democracy and change, especially in Southern Africa, would find himself there. Then, boom, I also got to get the reason, the secret why this man attended this Suluhu inauguration. And it is nothing else except an economic situation, right? Zambia is exporting a lot of its minerals. A lot of trade is happening through Tanzania, and I think Hichilema now is under pressure of a possibility that if there is a fallout with Zambia, and Zambia would block some of the trade routes that go through the Tanzanian ports and so on, the economy of Zambia would go down. And what will be the next thing? The next thing will be Hichilema will lose the coming elections. So, but looking at this, I think they are both two devils. I don't know how he has decided to choose this one as the better devil, because already the idea of him looking like he has sanitized or endorsed the election of Tanzania also makes him equally unpopular. And I'm sure the PF party, right, of Lungu could be using this as a stepping board, right? They could use this, as an opportunity to do down this man. So I don't know. Maybe he weighed his options here, and he saw that it is much better for him to go than for him not to go. Going is trying to save the economy of Zambia, which might crumble and then cause the people to revolt against him. Then he thought this was a better way. I don't know about the opposition also using that same as a weakness. That look at this guy who came saying he's a Democrat, he's what, look at what he's now doing, and so on and so forth. So I took my time to also try and check the amount of trade that is happening of Zambia that is happening through Tanzania, and I saw that really it's quite something. So I googled the amount of trade Zambia has through Tanzania, and it says in 2023 a total of bilateral trade, export and imports combined between Zambia and Tanzania was approximately $457 million. Zambia trade through Tanzania as a specific transit route accounts for a significant portion of its intra-Africa trade, with Tanzania serving as a key corridor to the port of Dar es Salaam. Can you see this? Can you see this? Zambian exports to Tanzania, 147 million. Key exports include mixed mineral or chemical fertilizers, corn and soya bean meal. Tanzania exports to Zambia, 310 million. Key exports include refined petroleum. Can you see that? Sawn wood and petroleum gas. Can you see what is happening now? So panenya petro futa. So toya up a major corridor. The primary trade infrastructure includes the Tazara railway and the major road network, particularly the Tunduma Nakonde border post, which is a major entry and transit point for trade destined for DRC, Congo, Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Regional trade in 2022, Tanzania was the fourth largest African export market for Zambia, outside of COMESA and SADC, accounting for 6.3% of Zambia's total export to African countries not in those blocks, right? The port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania provides landlocked Zambia with a crucial access point to the sea for international trade, along with alternative routes through Mozambique or South Africa. The port has seen infrastructure upgrades to improve efficiency for transit trade. So can you see what we are talking about here? This is one of the reasons why Hichilema had to sell his soul to the highest bidder. He's afraid if these routes collapse or are blocked, it is going to affect Zambia's economy like nobody's business. And then at the end of the day, what will happen? He will be called a failure. And once he's called a failure in the upcoming elections, he's not going to be able to win the upcoming election. But on the backdrop of his going, we also want to check whether his integrity will remain intact. Integrity is still intact, or as Zambian people, particularly Zambian people, because those are the ones that matter most, besides other African people and people from other neighboring countries. But do Zambian people still see this guy the same after he has gone for this inauguration? That is the million-dollar question that we are asking. If another opposition would want to use this against Hichilema, how much damage will it do? Is the damage going to be less than the damage of the economy that he is afraid of? And possibly Samia, even if he would not have gone, maybe Samia was not even going to shut down those routes, because Tanzania also benefits. It's a symbiotic relationship. It's not just like that the Zambia only benefits, because Tanzania will also benefit in terms of revenue, taxes, and so on that are also paid whenever goods are coming in or out or crossing through. So Tanzania also benefits, and Samia would be foolish to cut that out, because it is also helping her own economy and her own nation. So I think Hichilema could have just been afraid of a night that does not have any monster, right? Peace. Angotya zuru risina rakapinda nyoka, achingotya rima risina shumba. Maybe that was not going to happen, because Samia also benefits out of that. So maybe Samia was not going to do anything. Samia was also going to understand, because it's not only Hichilema. Ramaphosa trade on Tanzania, they did not go. Other countries like Angola, trade on Malawi, but they did not go. So I don't know, but maybe according to his analysis and the way he has weighed the situation, he thought that this was the right move. But we are waiting to see its consequences. But when you start to see people like Joseph Kalimbwe, who happen to be his lieutenants and his front runners, criticize that you look like you are now selling out to the highest bidder. You are now changing. These are our principles. How come you are now changing your principles? So for him also to get there and say to the Tanzanian people, no, don't picket, don't demonstrate. Inini ndakaruza my election kakawanda. I lost elections many times. So you guys go back home. God's time is the best, and so on and so forth. I don't think that was really necessary. I'm sure that Hichilema wouldn't have said that. I don't know. Maybe there was no way that he could not talk about it without like looking like endorsing Samia. So he had to say something like addressing Tanzanian people, but still, it still remains very cumbersome. It's really a very confusing situation. But many people really have lost confidence in President Hichilema because of this issue. So we are going to watch the level of damage that it is going to do to his political, CV. His political CV is really going to be damaged by this thing. Because Ramaphosa vachikawo kuenda, it's really vanamnangagwa vacho pachavo vachika kuenda vanamnangagwa. So it means it's not an easy thing. But well, let's watch and see how things are going to keep on unfolding. At the end of the day, what is very important is that Zambian people should make a decision, or he will come back and explain to Zambian people why he had to go there. I don't know, but this is the situation, and let's keep watching and let's keep praying. Freedom for all our nations is coming, and our God is faithful. Thank you so much. We meet in the upcoming show. Shalom.